Harmonic NQ on the 2. Harmonic NQ on the 5. Harmonic NQ on the 5.
Alrighty then, let's see. Mic check, mic check. Good morning, good morning. It is Monday, about 1 minute before 9 a.m. We've got about 30 minutes to the U.S. Open. Let's see. I'm going to scroll down here. Can I see the mic? There we go. All right, so it looks like to me the microphone is working well. If you guys can tell me if it needs to go up or down here before we get started. Right before 9 o'clock, about 30 seconds here. We're going to start getting through our checklist. Here, got the charts loaded up here, moved them around here a little bit here for the live stream. We'll get things settled in. We just put out our latest release. Make sure you are on that one. You got that one downloaded and installed. 11.1.5.8. Lots of cool stuff. If you have not seen the latest video on that update release video with all the new features and releases, or the new features in the release, as well as the performance topics, I really think you need to get through that one. Don't ignore it. This is a foundational release. If you have been around a while and you think this is kind of old hat, I think there's things in there that you're going to want to make sure you know and have made note of, particularly around the backtest mode option of the indicators. Just click on backtest mode. It will literally show you all the way to the left, all the features, also understanding the differences in this light workspace with the high performance, all that kind of fun stuff. Let's get to it here this morning. Good morning. Thanks for coming and hanging out here with us. It is Mentorship Monday. And let me see if I can give you guys a little quick walkthrough. If you've not seen this before, if you are brand new with us, let's see if I can find it here. Just a moment. Here we go. All right, so I'm going to play this through. So if you are brand new with us and never been here before, it's Mentorship Monday here today. So I'm really going to focus on the new folks. If you have never been here before, or let's say that you just started with this on a 2-week free trial. A lot of people come in over the weekends and come in on Monday, and you're kind of trying to find your way around. I'm going to play this quick video intro here. And if you have questions around any of this stuff, do let us know. So just hang tight here for a minute. All the folks who've been here with me for a while, this may be old hat to you, or it may be something new. So I'm going to go ahead and play that intro video here for you, kind of let you know what you're about to see here as we get into our live stream this morning.
Our daily live streams start with Mentorship Mondays, where we bring you algorithmic trading, interactive mentoring, and your questions are answered live. Get hands-on learning with these quant trading tools engineered to give you an unfair edge over other traders who don't have ALGO box on their trade stations. Discover the power of predictive auto harmonics. Utilize trading robots to quantify and react even in fast market conditions. Learn all our quant trading strategies such as the DCDM, HMD, and the dynamic game-changing order flow system, the Alpha Omega. Empower your trading with Flowmaster's advanced real-time audio and visual order flow analysis features. Detect the market mover's trading activity and take action with cutting-edge tools like AudioBox for live digital hit noise that audibly reveals the size and speed of the big players on the tape in real time. Use the Delta Flagging Pro to ready up your next precision entry and the Supreme Flowmaster Enigma for unrivaled, actionable trade opportunities. Got questions? Get them answered live. Whether you're new to AlgoBox or an advanced trader, you'll gain valuable, unique takeaways in every live trading stream session. Dive into structured quant training. Access our free trade room and free community tools. Test your knowledge in the AlgoBox Academy with tests and quizzes. Add the AlgoBox edge to your trading arsenal and harness the power of our algorithmic strategies. Your success is our mission. Subscribe now and make every Monday a game changer with Mentorship Monday. See you on the stream. Download your 2-week free trial and use our community tools at algoboxpro.com.
Alrighty then, so let's get to it. It's Monday, 9:03 before the US Open. I'm going to pull up the checklist here this morning that we go through before I get started each morning. All right, so things we need to check through here, kind of our pilot's checklist of things. ISP data feed connections, we're good there. Hardware, software, I do want to check my IQ software here for our hotkeys. Yep, looks good. Got that checked this morning. Actually, it kind of told me that I needed to reboot my live stream. So I did do a hardware check there this morning. I noticed because I had my computer in sleep mode over the weekend. Sometimes you come in on Monday. I don't know. Sometimes with Windows, you know how it is. Like sometimes your computer comes out of sleep mode perfectly clean and whatnot. Some days there are things just not there. One of them I noticed was the Corsair software was not quite working right. So before I did anything there this morning, my first hardware check in my ISP broker data feed connections checklist thing there, first thing, okay, what do I need to do? Do I need to reboot my machine? So I went ahead and rebooted here this morning. That was one of those checks, and I'm now checking that yes, the hotkey software is looking like it's working well. Another thing I want to check here, we're going to be playing a video game after all, so just like a video gamer would, I want to go in and make sure I've got my real-time protection, any of that scanning stuff that's happening. I want to turn that off here before the week starts. Don't forget, Windows will turn this back on all the time on you. So you think, oh, I've turned it off. Don't worry. No, go check it again. Okay. And sometimes you're like, no, I permanently set it in the group policy manager. I would double check it again. I have seen it many times when the group policy, all of a sudden a major Windows update comes in and they overwrite your group policy. If you have tried to do a local policy, the security policies on your PC, Windows will come in and they'll re-engage that. So just check to make sure that that's turned off while you are trading. You do not want those files being scanned. You get a ton of data flooding through. If you kind of think about and understand how the data comes to your PC, it's going straight into a file folder. And what do you think happens when a new file gets created or edited on your PC? The first thing your awesome, virus scan software does, it's good. It's what it's doing. It's doing its job, but it will halt that file, hang it, check it, scan it, and then let it go. But those little micro snags will cause you lags. You know what I'm saying? So don't do that while you're trying to collect bags. You got me? Okay, so turn off that real-time protection there. Let's go to the next one. Day of the week. We're coming in on a Monday. What's our current cadence? We've been doing pretty well. I don't think cadence is a thing I need to concern myself with right now. We had some hard days at the beginning of the week last week, and then all of a sudden easy candy days. So if I am thinking about cadence here on a Monday, but as we kind of begin the week, it almost is a kind of a fresh start on cadence. We're at like cadence 0. We'll see what the market hands us here this morning. Generally speaking, I mean, I would say if you went decades over decades of time, Mondays generally are slower, usually less news event driven stuff here. But lately, because of the macroeconomic events and worldwide scenarios that we're in, with saber rattling all over the place, with crude oil being a directly impacted commodity that everybody has to use, and it's not even that necessarily that you use it, but whatever you are using has some component of crude oil in it, whether you have something delivered to you and it was delivered through a vehicle that was being driven or flown. That fuel is going to go to the direct bottom line of the cost of whatever the item is that you're either purchasing or using or directing in your business or personal life. Crude oil macroeconomic scenarios here with Iran and the US and Venezuela and all those things are being impacted. So markets are moving. We have a high volatility environment opportunity here. And I say opportunity because VIX up, ticks up. More volatility, more VIX, more ticks, in my opinion, my humble opinion. I've been around the markets a long time. I have not seen the markets be this active for this long a period of time in the history of my career, over 20 plus years. It's a lot of movement going on right now, a lot of cool opportunities. I would encourage you to take advantage of that. Don't take it for granted. I like a lot of the new kids on the block. I've seen a lot that, you know, they might believe that the market will be like this forever, or that it's always like this. It's not. This is a great opportunity, in my opinion. So again, all the stuff that I'm talking about here is, of course, my opinion. And nothing I'm telling you here is specifically trading advice. I am not a financial advisor. I'm not telling you what to do. I am demonstrating for you what I do, and then you can par for what you want to do. If you want to mimic some of the things I do, if you want to not mimic some of the things I do, learn from things to do, not to do, everything in between. Day of the week. So it is Monday. Time of day. Coming in here, it's 9:07. Still got about 20 plus minutes before the US Open here. So we are sitting pretty on that. Our news, let's go ahead and check the scheduled news events. And I emphasize the word scheduled because in that same macroeconomic vein of conversation, we have things like the Trump effect. Trump can tweet at any time. They can go in and go, hey, Trump feels like, I don't know, it's whatever's irritating him that there's there this morning seems to it can literally impact the entire world at any given moment, right? It's just it's a weird thing to watch, but here we are. Okay, we are in this. There's no sense in complaining about it. It is play into it and take advantage of the movement. All right. Currently, let's see, on the list, current time 9:09. So I want to care about everything after 9:09. Next thing I see is 10:30, Dallas Fed Manufacturing Business Index at 10:30. Now, I always love for you guys to double check me on that, because current news source that I'm using, I'm checking out Financial Juice with their list on the left. I feel like it's just a simple, compact way to grab it. However, there are others. You can go to Forex Factory. There's also Economic Calendar. I've seen a lot of different places. Sometimes scheduled news events are different between them. But so if you guys see one that I missed, please type it there in the chat. If you see an upcoming news event, would rather not be in a position during those wild movements. Let's see, 10:30 is what I see next. Then 11:30 after that. So morning is kind of clear here. Looking for technicals only, which is cool. That means we can work off of our structure plus order flow events. One of the things, if you are brand new with us, we have a two-step filtering direction. I'm going to come back here right at the end of this checklist, and I'm going to walk through this. This is called our order of operations. The 5 chart layouts here that we are walking through. I will go over how we read from top left to bottom right for our entries, where we're looking for a high time frame opportunity but a low time frame risk. We want a high opportunity and lower risk opportunity, being able to take advantage of the high time frame opportunity. Okay, that is our goal, and I believe I have created this with ALGO to be able to give you the best opportunity to do that. So we'll see if you agree. FOMC, not today. Holidays, I don't believe we're in the middle of any holiday scenarios here. April coming into May. Earnings. Let's take a look at the earnings list there. I think that's one I still need to get working back in the room there. Okay, I'll come back and I'll look at that. That's more of an end of day thing for the earnings most of the time. So we'll come back to that. Gears. I shifted gears here this morning. I am on the 5s for my lowest time frame entry. We're talking about gearings. I think that's one of the most important things to be looking at is what is your decision point for your entry. Right now, the markets have been very volatile, so I am up on higher time frames here, up on the 5s. I may go all the way to 6s, depending on how the US Open flushes out in the first 5 minutes. I may adjust that gear again towards a 4 or a 6. So I will pop up or pop down on my gearing. That's the way that I look at the gears. I may pop up or I may pop down one bar count there. Thank you so much, Kazi, for posting that there in the room. What do we got here? Most anticipated earnings for the 27th. Monday. Domino's Pizza Day. It was before the open. Let's look at the ones after the close. Rambus Lending, Crane, Amcor, Lending Club, Alexandria, Rambus. Okay, so I do not see majors. Tomorrow, Tuesday, there's Coca-Cola and UPS. So tomorrow could be some big ones. Wednesday, we have Amazon, Microsoft, Meta, Alphabet. So Wednesday is going to be a big one. Now, in prep up to Wednesday, Tuesday, and again, they may begin it today, and it may be kind of dead day scenarios where the market just kind of lays into the golden ropes if there's no news-driven catalysts. Then the big one for the week would be right in the middle of the week. We're going to have big earnings. Ford, I see also on Wednesday, and Qualcomm and Chipotle, which also may give a buyer sentiment and consumer confidence type of read on that as well. So I think Wednesday and Thursday are going to be big volatile days this week. So keep that in mind as we come into the middle of the week. I think that big earnings there in the middle of the week is going to be important. Not so much today. Today in prep for that, it may be some back and forth movement sitting here in the golden ropes. I'm looking over here right now on the 89, and we're kind of in that sticky spot here. So good news is we can look for selling the top, buying the bottom with play setups. Again, our play setups we want to look for power structure plus powerful RTFA event combo in the direction of the nerd plus the arrow. However, in the golden ropes area, if we're going to be sticky, we want to look for some masher opportunities there at the top as well for a T1, T2 type of scenario. We'll be walking through those here this morning. So if you don't know what we're talking about, we'll get to it. Talked about the volatility, contract dates. We don't have any rollovers, wave ranges. I do need to change that. Let's go. Let me show you guys how you do this. So for premium members, you can go straight to the premium chat, and every Monday morning, you will see the new wave ranges that are posted in the public chat. We have run the optimization overnight. It comes out in a grid that looks like this. Very easy to read this grid. You really only need to pay attention to one thing on Monday morning here, which is going to be this column with the instrument that you are mainly going to be trading. Now, if you're trading multiple instruments, then you'll need multiples of these. But right here, I'm looking at NQ, and what period that I need to be on is 39. Do you see that right there? So NQ 39. So what do I do with that? I'm going to go and load that into my wave chart. So on the bottom left, let me move my checklist out of the way here real quick, and I'll just show you how easy this is. So I know it's 39, right? I'm going to literally click in this chart. This is my wave chart. Currently, you see it's on 34 range. I need to be on 39, right? So I'm going to click in the chart. I'm going to literally start typing. I'm going to type 3, 9, R for range. And I'm literally going to hit enter. So that's it. Okay. These are things, they don't teach you this in school, okay? But that's what I'm here to teach you, okay? Show you the shortcuts and how to do things. Now I'm going to save my workspace because this will be that level for the week. Important at the beginning of the week to load in your ranges. For me, for NASDAQ, going to be on the 39. Gonna grab the chat here and pull it over the screen here. There we go. Good morning, Adrian. Let's get the rest of the checklist here. So got my wave range loaded. The ATM currently on small. I do want to adjust that. I'm going to set to none here for the open. Again, market is very volatile right now, so I am taking advantage of the bigger moves. I don't need to lock in target 1, target 2 quickly. Oftentimes we're getting these extended moves, so I am manually exiting using my hotkeys, which is why it was very important to me to make sure that my IQ software was working there for Corsair, as I'm using Corsair keyboard. I want my left hand on my hotkeys, my right hand on my mouse, of course. Same thing with the hotkeys on both. Make sure those are ready to rock and roll there this morning. MACV Ultimate is up and running. Last print here was 906. We were in moderate sell right here on the nerd. What is the nerd? NASDAQ, ES, R2Y, and the Dow. That is a combination indicator there. If you are a premium member, you have access to the MACV Ultimate right down there. That is going to give us our default bias direction for runner plays. Now, remember why I'm saying that specifically. I'm choosing those word choices because I can take a scalp against this, but it needs to be quick. A target 1 scenario, I can grab a bag. If I get a perfect play set up, a headshot, 2-finger salute, an enigma, I can play against it to T1. But if I'm going to be looking for the big plays, remember this momentum direction and that rising tides or ebb and flow is going to be affecting how far a move goes with you or against you. And we really need to be paying attention to the NASDAQ, ES, R2Y, and the Dow. These are a combination pairing. These are confluence indicators. I'm sorry, confluence instruments that are going to be correlated, and they're going to be working together. And we don't have to not take a play. If we get a good play on our instrument, we can take it, just take it quickly if it's against the direction of all the buddies, right? It's like kind of trying to play against where everybody's going down this way, but you want to grab a bag on the side, fine, grab a bag. But generally, the best plays are going to be in this direction for the bigger plays. Okay, bigger plays, filters, what that should be, right? Okay, speedometer. Currently it's too slow. Of course, it's pre-market here, and that doesn't always mean that it's slow. Sometimes we get some fast market action there this morning. Currently reading right here, it's kind of behind my thing there, but it does say too slow for the moment. Let me shrink this back down here. It's the wrong spot. There we go. Oh, look, there we go. Okay, so you see where it says too slow right here. So I have the text-based filtering on right now. If I want to let the system control all of that, I have this psychology bot here that can help me to really stay off the keys. If you're a person who you play too much, you trade too much, we've built this psychology module here for you. Psychology BOT. It's not an actual bot, but kind of. So it's a play on words there. BOT, that's the background, overlay, and text. So I can turn on the background coloring and the overlay. It's very dramatic. You can tell this chart is just literally saying, don't take a trade right now, right? It is screaming at you. Now, I'm not going to turn the buttons off here for you or anything. Like, you can override that, but I can turn this background color and the overlay on as well when it is too slow to just keep you out of the, keep you off of it. Make sense? Okay, so there's lots of ways to be able to use that. A lot of traders enjoy, I don't say necessarily a lot, I don't see a lot of people taking advantage of that, but then again, I'm not there to watch all the time. Maybe a lot of people are. I know some people that are. I like to use it on occasion when, especially after I've already finished up my 5 trades on the day and I'm tempted to take more trades. I want to make sure I'm taking absolutely good ones when the market is moving at a good pace. So sometimes I will rely on that and click on that background and overlay to really just keep me from even looking at the chart until the market is moving at a good pace. Therefore, to have the best advantage to do that, right? We're quantitatively analyzing what the market is doing and giving myself a visual on the screen to help me to be a great trader. It's kind of putting all the cheats on the board all at the same time. Speedometer, we talked about audio. Oh, do you need to turn audio box on? I briefly turned it off there. to get things rolling here this morning. There we go. So audio box is on. We have a single button there to press. If you want to test it, you can click the make sure your sound is working. You have to drop down and press audio. If your chart is large enough, the test audio button will be right next to it. I'll click on that real quick. All right, I hear the sounds. That means audio box is working like a charm. All right, P&L cadence. We talked about that coming into a Monday. Distractions. Distraction free for the moment. Self-assessment. Feeling pretty good here today. Got some good rest overnight here, and the no list is not something I need to be concerned myself with here this morning personally. And music. Yep, let's cue it back up. All right, let's get to it. What's our time? We have 8 minutes now to the US Open. Got the coffee warmed up here. All right, let me see who we got in the chat here. Good morning, Plutonium. You guys drop me a good morning there in the chat, or let me know where you're at, where you're coming from. Let's get our fingers warmed up here. Hit that like button here before we get started. If we get to 100 likes, we'll do an extended session here beyond the coffee time after 10:10. And also, don't forget, use code ALGOBOX so that we can do more giveaways. We are kind of on the cusp of that with Apex to say, hey, well, more people got to use your code, then we can do more giveaways for you. So use that code ALGOBOX. That helps out our tech support as well as being able to do giveaways and things like that. Apex is currently running 90% off. Again, this is their biggest offer they ever do when they do the 90% off sale. So now's the time. I believe there are, that's Monday, so I think it's 8 days left. 8 days. Yep. 8 days, 14 hours left on their 90% off stuff there. So use code ALGOBOX and get a few of those accounts there if you are going to be running with Trader Funding. They've got a great offer there, in my opinion, on that. They now have end of day accounts, DLL. They also have, I don't know if did they completely get rid of the trailing? I don't know. They didn't. They have both. They have both the trailing drawdowns, which I think costs a little bit less. And then they also have the end of day drawdown accounts, which you can pay a little bit more if you like that.
Coming through the main wise now from officials.
Yosemite.
That's
Butamus. Good morning. Good morning.
Talking about
Good morning, Ankush.
Talking about Trump's security service.
Good morning, Jezbode. Good morning. Good morning, Ghost.
It's the White House meeting on presidential safety.
Don James in the house. Good morning. Good morning, Trader Joe. Got a cup of Joe ready to go. All right, so we've got our news chatter on as well. Let's see, 6 minutes here to the open. Kind of sitting flat here, so I'm not don't feel like I need to be like ready to press the button any moment here right off the bat. I want to set this one to even larger targeting here. Let's go 2030. Yeah. I have a 4 bigs in here. Let's see.
Pip.NQ on the 7th.
All right. So if you are new with us, so I've got my electronic version of my physical sheet that I have here on my desk as well. I'll be tracking our trades here, looking for 5 trades. I can kind of flip the coins. I think it's good to have a vision boarding tool for yourself to be thinking with your standard operating procedure here in the morning. One of the other things I want to check here is my tide and wave direction. I want to add one thing to my chart here. So I'm going to right click. I'm going to go to indicators on my wave chart, and I want to add the regression channel to this one. This is not in the default right now. We'll get that added, but if you want to go and add this right now with me, I'm going to add it as well. Channel regulator here. I'm just going to double click it. So I've added the channel regulator to the chart. I think this is a really great way. One of our members had suggested, well, I don't want to say they suggested, they were already using this, but real easy way to go, okay, so where are we right now? Is tied up, wave up. It's just the fastest way to look at this. So look at the color of the channel. Okay, the channel is this way up on the tide. Currently on the wave, we're kind of slightly down, and all we do is just go off the color, right? Can you see this one is green and this one is red? So I'm going to mark this one over here. So currently tide is up, wave red. Okay, so right now it tells me I can take plays in both directions for runners. Simple as that. To keep that over there. So on my kind of out of the corner of my eye, I have this big giant thing. Now when this thing is both green, right, and it's like shining in my face, it's standing right over there being like, okay, what's our current direction? I just want something visual to help me. Right now it's mixed, so I can look for plays, and kind of like we said earlier, since we're sitting there in the golden ropes, I'll be able to take trades in both directions. I'll just look for play setups. My favorite are going to be probably masher points, and if you don't know what the masher is, go to our documentation, type in masher. And let me show you a quick look at how to get to our documentation. So docs.algoboxpro.com, or if you're on our website, you can click on the documentation section at the top. You'll go to AlgoBox documentation. This is what we walk through in our 8-day boot camp. We go through every component in here. I'm going to go up here to the top and I'm going to type in masher. So I get a quick AI answer on what that is, and I should also get a link. Here we go. Here's our related page. Go ahead and click on that, and it will take us to our masher point page to learn what that is. Our documentation is laid out like this. You go to the docs, we'll have visuals and text with the, I think a picture's worth 1,000 words. So a lot of this is very visual, you know, pretty straightforward. But after you've seen the visuals and you've seen the text, then you scroll down. There are going to be video links down here at the bottom. The very top one, the first one, is going to be a quick video to walk you through very quickly. If you've already been around the horn, you've seen all this stuff before, there's your quick review. This is a highly polished, created video from our video edit team right here. Or you can have a full walkthrough of education, like you want to get deep dive with examples and you know, me walking through and talking through scenarios on live streams, etc. You'll have a longer video version of that right there. Okay. And sometimes there's a third one. There's kind of, and we take them over time. So this one might be super fast, then a medium, and then one that's longer and more in depth in our documentation area. If you haven't been through that 8-day boot camp yet, make sure you get through that. And then you'll know exactly what we're doing here. So if you are brand new, welcome aboard. It's Monday, Mentorship Monday. Bring your questions, especially for the new folks. We'll get them answered here this morning. We have about 20 seconds to the US Open, so things will get a little wild here. At the Open, generally, I want to sit on hands for the first 5 minutes. And again, at the same time, sometimes there's just something so juicy, I may take a trade there, but it is more of an exception to the standard operating procedure. And remember, it's standard operating during standard operations. I'm not going to take a trade in those first 5 minutes. However, if something is outside the standard, there may be opportunities where, you know, I may
sell side 97
break that, but I have to have good reason. Make sense?
Sell side 15 million, Dow 30 sell side 11 million, and Mag 7 sell side 5.3 million.
All right, so here's the Open. See, seeing some double dot here on
Horizon is in discussions with
the nines
cloud providers to integrate companies' fiber and 5G assets to support AI infrastructure efforts.
Okay, we just got a huge bear print. Everybody mark up this bear. That is a huge bear. It's a 4,000 level bear. Okay, we got a big bear. Get some bear emojis going there in the chat. The bear has shown up. We want to look for 250 ticks down below this. Okay, he sold that entire leg right there. They just nailed everybody's
S&P
I mean, I think there's probably some stop levels in there, but that's a lot. There's a lot of contracts. It's 4,000 level bear right there. Mark it up. I'm going to save workspace here. Huge. Okay, now I'm going to put my marking in the middle of this range, and I'm going to mark down about 250 ticks down below. Now, this is a 4,000 level. Yeah, there's a debate around this. Look, I just do it the same way every single time. I'm not trying to part hairs with it. I want to know where the 250 level is. And then, you know, because it's, well, it's not 1,000, it's a 4,000, you know, so should it be 4 times that? I mean, I get it. I understand, like, spend some time around the markets. All right. And you'll see. People try to lie to you and tell you that markets are math. Okay, they're not. It's like an art. It's an art pseudoscience. It is a game of stats. But there's no absolutes.
According to security sources, drone
Only probabilities.
drone attack targets
Let's see. Good morning, Kit.
west of Soleimani in Iraqi Kurdistan. Apple shares down 1 spot 3%.
Okay, got an HMD right there. Currently still sitting in strong buy, and we're not quite to a masher point yet, sitting inside of the fiddle zone area here. So what I want to see is this kind of get out of that messy zone, out of the fiddle zone, into one of the standard deviation lines up above. Particularly, you see this one sticking out right there? That's the masher point right there. Right. We come up there, pop that one. I want to hit that one. Potentially start to build here on a hilltop touch here and here on a masher would be the ideal here. We did get a nice bright red dot there into the bull touch for that little drop down there. Good morning, Kevin. Dobby, you a big fan of the masher? Butamus.
Harmonic NQ on the 5. Alpha Omega up NQ on the 5.
Good morning, Casey. Good morning, Missile.
Qualcomm shares jumped 7% to the highest level since January. Microsoft shares down 1 spot 3% after the company will no longer have exclusive access to OpenAI's technology.
Double Delta NQ on the 5. Harmonic NQ on the 5. Harmonic NQ on the 7. Harmonic NQ on the 5.
Okay, we're still sitting in this in the messy fiddle zone area. Don't fiddle in the middle. This has been a lot of back and forth in there.
Up NQ on the 9. NQ on the 7.
All right, it is 9:35, so no trades here for me yet, but we're 5 minutes past the U.S. Open here, so let's see if we end up getting a play set up. As of right now, I mean, kind of just messy in that fiddle zone area, waiting for it to kind of make its way out of there. Let's see if we can get a clean play here for trade number 1. I've not seen an Enigma yet here this morning either.
Harmonic NQ on the 5.
Just a note.
Harmonic NQ on the 5.
Douglas, can you tell? Love the stability of the new version. huge release. If you did not watch the most recent, we did a live stream on Friday with the full breakdown. We went through the release notes and touched every feature component and talked about the big features and the new changes, and really talked through the workspaces, the new workspaces as well, including the kind of the simplistic nerd bot workspace. If you haven't checked that one out yet, you might want to start working with that one and beginning there to play with the full auto stuff. Good morning, Dr. Mahmoud. Great to see you, sir. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Okay, here in buyers, step all the way through this area. Little super AO in the middle of the bear zone. Up to a shark back play here. Kind of want to slap this shark back. All right, I'm going to hit that shark back here. I'm going to switch this to ticks so I can do a tick count here. Stop will be above that shark right here. This is turned into be a PRZ cross here with a shark back. Trying to look for the front of that shark for a target one. They are
Retail shares up 2
buying out of this area though, big time.
6% surge in the prior session.
I don't like that they're continuing to push here.
UK House of Common Speakers.
I'm gonna half up now. I'm gonna close it. I'm gonna take the loss. I'm gonna take the first loss here. I don't like what they're doing right there.
As a reminder, this is earlier reported by the Times.
We pushed through the top of that, so it just basically ignored
but now just
that beautiful setup there.
Speaker Hoyle also saying
we got a triple crown here. I can always retry it if we come back through if I still like it. There's a ready DD. Get ready to take the next play. Let's see if that dot holds. There's a green dot. I could take a piercer if it breaks the dot.
Two-finger NQ on the 39.
Okay, we broke the dot. I'm gonna go for it one more time. +1. Heard a few sellers there. Seuss. Shoot, went 30 ticks. Okay. Boo. Oh, hold that cipher. Okay. Okay, there's an HMD there. All right, I'm going to pull half here. I'm half as confident in that because it went more than 30 ticks against me there on that first move. Tricky spot there. We're currently neutral on the nerd. Red arrow local.
Verizon Schluman says that we see
HMD can add to my position there.
Support.
I'm sorry, did I say HMD? Headshot. It's a power headshot. They're looking for the diamond targets below. Stop above the dot. Hearing those buyers step here. Worried about a potential trap there. Okay, there's diamond touch 1. There we go. Pull it. Pulling half there at the Super AO. Does it have any more juice left? Sounds like they got more juice. Pop up, Seuss. Still hearing sellers. Okay, I'm gonna lock in the rest there. Yeah, I'm gonna lock it in. That 8.2 is making me a little bit nervous on it. We got a good, decent drop in there. I'm gonna lock in 2,500 on. It's more than that off of that trade, but 2,500 on the day. First trade there was a loser with that shark back break. Then trade number 2, winner.
Alpha Omega down NQ on the 5.
Okay, we've got an Enigma that just showed up right there. I'm hearing buyers step in. We also had that turned into a power headshot to the long side there now. Was a little bit nervous about that. Okay, let's see what we got here. Currently moderate buy. At the top of the channel. Nice little 4.5. Could have gotten a 20 bag out of that. Hit the multiple confluences there. If you hit that, wouldn't blame you. Tap the bowl, number 1, then right over here to the right, we hit the top of the channel and a 4.5 for the top of the channel PRZ. I'm sorry, top of the channel power cross.
Lifts annual adjustment profit forecast.
And we got sellers still coming in here. We are moderate sell here, looking for a continuation play. We'd love to see a double cross, double move in here. Would be great.
Alpha Omega up double on the 5 on the 7.
One of my favorite continuation plays.
Double delta NQ on the 9 finger NQ on the 39. Double delta NQ on the 7.
Okay, we have a double ready DD there. This is going to be a big play area here. So if this pops up, 100 ticks to the upside. If we break, 100 ticks to the downside. It's a double ready DD right here, super close together. If I had to default bias right now, we are red side, and that will put us down here into their target zone from before. I didn't mark up the color here on this, but this is their take profit zone here for that big bear that came in. 4,000 level bear is, you know, we need to remember he's in there. Okay, he's big dog sitting in there.
1 p.m. Eastern time today.
He wants to make his money. He wants 250 ticks down here. Okay, there's cross number 1. When I go into a bear zone like this, I want to see 3 crosses of the same color. The second and the third, I will build a position on cross 1, on cross 2, and cross 3. There's cross number 1. Okay, here's the count. 1, I want 2, and then 3. And on that third one, generally that's going to be my best play inside of a bear zone. Here's a shark back with a ready DD. I'm going to toe in the water here. Going to go with a first one simply off of a shark, looking for a single bag off of that. I'm hearing buyers step here, but going to play that ready DD. I'm sorry, delta shift there coming in as well. Hard to talk and walk at the same time here.
NQ on the 7.
The dot on the 7s for a test for the bulls if they can maintain control. Looks like they are not holding control. Thank you very much. I'll take that one. Pretty easy. There also got, there's my second cross. You see it? That's number 2. Watch for number 3. Kind of got broken up by a 5-1 here now. So a little bit different. We're not going to get a clean 3 crosses, but I got one on the second one. Started with a shark back. And with a shark back, that's a powerful structure plus an R2FA event. Did I have 2 things with it? Yes, I did. Did we have a masher point up here? Yes, we did. Did we have the red arrow that came in right after it? Yes, we did. Just playing the game. Just playing the game. Trade number 2. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. I got winner, winner, chicken dinner. Do I have enough for a chicken dinner? I do. After a winner, winner, even after a first loss, no problem. I am now locking in, just looking for a bonus play for the day. Do me a favor, if you haven't done so already, smash that like button. We only got half of you guys hitting that like button so far, 50%. That's not good enough. We can do better than that. Don't be stingy. It'll help you in your trading. Be generous. Costs you nothing. Smash that like button for us. And coming up into a butterfly right at the top of the channel. So bears maintaining control. bulls are losing control. They can't even hold a shark back here. If they get it to the front, then maybe they're still around. If they cannot, if this shark cannot pop up to it, then they have, nope, okay, they did. So never mind. Bulls have not lost full control there. They were able to maintain a simple shark all the way to the front of its target here. So don't discount those bulls. You know, in this market, it is a bull market overall. Okay, currently the tide is still up. Wave is red. So we can take the red side plays, but don't discount those bulls. When they start stepping, you know, you've seen it. You've seen it a lot, right? Whoa, okay, big, fast, quick moves there. Not an easy way to play. There was no easy play in there, not on the 5s at least. Would have probably been something on the lower time frame maybe. Okay, they're almost into their take profit zone here. Still looking for some play setups here to get us into that zone, something that's playable. These have not been easily playable, other than the cross plays that I took already.
Full touch low.
Okay, we're at the top of a channel.
Shift NQ on the 7.
Making moves in the game like a video game, crushing scammers, no shame, put them all to shame. Live streams on the daily, showing I'm the realest, trading with precision. Yeah, I got the vision.
Okay, that's a PRZ cross here. So fast. Could have taken it. It's in large timing. Here's king timing. Top of the channel on the 7s as well. Here in buyers. Butterfly at the top of the 7s. All right, there's a super AO. Stop is above the ready DD. Buyers are stepping all over this.
NQ on the 7.
Add on the dot here. Back into the barrier. Has gone more than 30 ticks against me here, so I will be looking to pull half as we come back to my POE.
NQ on the 7.
If we come back to my POE.
NQ on the 7.
I don't like the way the bulls are starting to step here. It could be a giant trap down there. All right, I'm gonna pull half here.
NQ on the 7.
All right, getting that sell.
Up,
And I'll close there on hold of the opposing signal. I'll take it. I'll take it. About a 50 ticker, 4,800 on the day. Got my little bonus play in there. Let's flip the coin on the bonus. So again, after I am winner, winner, chicken dinner, WWCD, winner, winner, chicken dinner, I am done with the game as I add in a little bonus to say, hey, boss man, did I play well today? I did. Excellent. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. And we are done for the day. It is that easy to play with ALGO Box. Now over here on the left, did you also see this? High time frame opportunity, low time frame risk. We took the low time frame risk here. Stop above the cross scenario there, and we had the high time frame opportunity come in and just gave us this big, beautiful play all the way down. There she goes. They were head faking, and then boom, all the way down into the take profit zone for 212 ticks from the top dot to dot right there. 212 ticks. Beautimous. A lot of confluence. We had the confluence dot here, confluence dot here. 1, 2, and then 3. High time frame opportunity, roll through, center filter, enter in on the lower time frame risk, and we're putting away 4,800 on the day. Still 9 minutes till 10 a.m.
NQ on the 7.
Did you smash that like button for me, Josh? You are the man. Appreciate that. Yeah, if you haven't done that like yet, hit it.
Alpha Omega down NQ on the 9.
Oh yeah, good point, Keno. And the masher was there as well. Yep, popped up. Tapped that masher move I said there this morning. Wanted to look for that return. Look at that. Boom.
NQ on the 5.
Even Steven. Rocking them out. Yeah, mashers were the great plays there this morning. We kind of anticipated that. We talked about it there this morning. If you don't know about the masher, go check that out. Hit the documentation section. Just type in masher, watch the videos, learn it. It's a pretty easy one. If you are brand new with us, you could probably come back in and start playing that one in sim with us literally tomorrow.
Alpha Omega up NQ on the 5.
Good one to start with. For sure.
Divergence up NQ on the 39. Harmonic NQ on the 5. Bold touch low. Alpha Omega down NQ on the 7.
Yeah, agreed, Adrian. Masher is a great filter to have for sure. Okay, what was that? 1, 2, 3, 4. So remember I was talking about earlier, we want to see those kind of stacks of AO crosses in here, and 2 and 3. Really good. This was a it's a perfect scenario where I'm talking about, like, look how powerful that was after the third one. Like you said, you got in on the third. Yes, they ended up printing a fourth one here, even better. But yeah, look at this big move after they've accumulated, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and boom. This big move out of here from that AL, 176 ticks all the way up into the middle of the zone there. Let's see if they're gonna hand me a cake here. Let's see. Yeah, Cypher. Okay. Oh man, it went too fast. Would have liked to have snagged a quick bag off of that Cypher here. Pop me up there one more time. Okay, now give me a Seuss. Okay, HMD.
Fib.NQ on the 7.
Oh, bummer. They broke it there. Okay, so buyers stepping all the way through this. King timing and PRZ coming up there in king timing.
Alpha Omega down NQ on the 5.
There's a 9. Wait for the Seuss. Buyers are continuing all the way back into the barrier.
Alpha Omega down NQ.
Oh, buddy. 9.3. All right, so I'll try to make a stand right there and see if they'll push it back to that other pink cross there. But okay, here comes the giant bear trap, and bulls just locking him in there at the bottom. Into the barrier. Man, popcorn on the tape. They're just buying nonstop. Not even 10 a.m. yet. 9:55. Just a giant bear trap in there. Okay. Triple crown. 12 up top there.
Omega up NQ on the 5.
That is a power headshot there still.
NQ on the 7. Double delta NQ on the 7.
Okay, they cracked the dot here.
NQ on the 39.
Gonna see if I can get out of this one. What a wild move they pulled right there. All right, bottom of the channel. I'm going to pull a half right there. Go ahead and take some of the loss there in case they start to run up here. Seen that too many times. Okay, red dot, add to position. Literally got conned into that one.
Harmonic NQ on the 5. Harmonic NQ on the 7.
Cypher inside the barrier here. See if the bears are going to defend their area in the form of a defense leg. Would like to see 3 crosses up here, kind of the opposite of what we were looking at from before. Want to see 3 crosses in here. I mean, you might count that one. This one kind of broke it up. I want to see 3 of those to get the big play out of it. There's a divergence over there on the MACV. But what a wild, tricky play they just came up with in there.
Double delta NQ on the 5.
Shark back. Super shark back. The ready DD on it.
NQ on the 7.
Oof. They holding that green dot too?
NQ on the 7.
Red dot. Switch dot. Give me a nice drop into my PoE, please. Nope. They're pushing past the dot. Let me remove this one.
NQ on the 39. Alpha Omega NQ on the 5. Double delta NQ on the
Super AO. So let's cross 1. So now we start counting them. Unfortunately got conned into this early. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, that's only, let's say only 5 bars up on the 89. They totally just pulled a nasty trap down there and did this straight up leg here on the 89s. We still got a minute and 5 seconds till 10 a.m.
2-finger NQ on the 39.
Okay, bright dot there at the top. Can we get a switch dot off of the double dot? They are popcorning it in. We've got a big buyer has stepped in. Look at this. Wow. They just said, hello. We are the bulls and we are here to stay. What time? We have 20 seconds till 10 a.m. A very odd, no news Monday at 10 a.m. scenario there.
Harmonic NQ on the 5. Alpha Omega NQ on the 5.
Zeus.
Harmonic NQ on the 5. Harmonic NQ on the 5. Double delta NQ on the 5.
Well, I heard sellers there, right in the dot. Thought they were going to be cracking it. Crack that dot. Back to neutral. Nope. Moderate buy. 3 nerds up. You know what I don't have in my purview? Like what I'm looking for right now is I really would like to see the ES. Don't have a chart on the ES. I think I'm going to get one real quick here in just a moment. Currently using the default workspace here. No extra bells and whistles here. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pull half there. We got 1,000 level bear that came in there, but in case he just gets absorbed and moved, I'm going to pair my loss there on that. Let's see if we get any bear holding any bear structure. First one currently that I see is the top of the channel, so we'll see if the channel top holds, or if a dot or PRZ shows up in here. We'll see if one of those holds. Red dot on the tide. Thank you, sir. Oh yeah, look at that. Thank you for that. I had not seen that out of the corner of my eye. I should have. Right there.
So just a heads up to traders, there's old news that's swirling around again from last night, what we posted. That you had an Axios reporter last night, Rabid, said that Iran gave the US a new proposal for reaching a deal on Raven in Strait of Hormuz, lifting naval blockade first, and postponing nuclear negotiations for late stage. Just a reminder, it's kind of making its rounds again. Just some other news-wise, but it was old. It's from last night. Nothing new.
Fib.NQ on the 39.
Okay, red dot here on the 9s. Let's see if the bears can hold it. Or if bulls are going to come through and just break it and take it. It's like they are breaking that dot there on the MACV. At least, I mean, they broke the back of it barely. They are kind of coming back down here. Okay, bulls test. Nope, bulls still in control. They're holding even dots. As soon as a dot shows up, they're being able to move it up. So every structure on the bull side, bulls still maintaining this area. They are holding control. Okay, bear stepping in. Again, I will look for a bear test to see if the first bear holds, then I can add to the position to maybe, we'll see, well maybe back in to be able to hold what I picked up there this morning, or have I given it back here? I want to say I've given it back. I'd say that the market took it back. It's a taker. I'm gonna add right there. Oh, they didn't fill me. Okay. Nice juice Asus right there. 74. Bottom of the channel. All right, and I'll close it right there for 5,800 on the day. I'm going to go ahead and lock it in. Happy to come away with a plus right in there. Ended up being red in the middle. But big enough for some big wins there at the end to push it up a little bit farther. I can't remember what my high water mark was from before. Let me go check my well, that's a new high water mark, I believe. Oh, I don't have this. I don't have this set to my I don't have this set to my account. So let's fix that here real quick. 58,749. Yes. Okay. let's talk about using our command center, control center thing here. Okay, so currently high water mark. Yeah, I had to look at a performance chart for it to be able to see like what it was prior, because we just set a new high water mark. But current ideal max target 76. So this is a neat little new feature here. You can set this to however long you like to take trades for. So my max hold time for me, just very comfortable holding for 4 minutes. So I've got mine set to 4 minutes, going, okay, well, if I were to hold a trade for about 4 minutes, like what's my ideal right now in the current moment? This is like moment by moment. This will continue to update here. So current max ideal target 76 ticks here on the NASDAQ for a 4 minute hold. All right, pretty simple. Now it's 80 ticks. So again, they're getting wider there. So again, this will be moment by moment, but if you're kind of trying to gauge that, did you notice like I didn't get 100 ticks on that when I tried to hold all the way through to 100, but it didn't, right? Didn't give it. If this had said higher, maybe would have got it. I like to kind of watch those two just to kind of know where I'm gauged. Also, don't forget, if you are using full auto, you can just turn on the auto flatten feature there, so you can set it to whatever your take profit what you want that to be, and then turn the auto flatten on when you reach that number. Now this will also kind of auto lock you out from taking another trade. If I were to turn this on right now like this, and if I tried to take a trade, it would block me from it. I'm going to go ahead and show you. I'm going to demonstrate this here. I'm going to go and select, I'm just going to do a one contract here, and as soon as I open up this trade, it's going to immediately close it. So this will be a quick cost here for me, but see how it closed it? So literally as I hit it, and then I get the auto message right here, auto take profit triggered, congrats. It's basically like, hey, I'm not letting you go anywhere. Makes sense? So it will stop you from it. If you want to, continue to trade, you'll need to turn that off to be able to continue to trade. Get that? Everybody type a 1 if you do. Let's get some hype there in the chat. Help us out with that YouTube algorithm. We'll also need everybody to hit that like button if we're going to stay past 10:10. We have 2 minutes. If we can get to 100 likes, I'll consider staying a little bit longer here, but we need to get to 100 likes. I see we got 90. We got 10 more likes. We'll hang out after 10:10. If not, that's all right. We'll catch you guys maybe this afternoon. I'll do some recap video, but also got some things that we're going to be updating on our website. We still have 3 days left for the April mega sale there. The lease to own offer there will go away here at the end of the month. We will have a lifetime offer. We were going to be putting that out on Friday. I'll get that out today. We get $1,000 off lifetime here tonight. So if you are thinking about lifetime, now would be a good time to do it. But the lease to own offer will be going away. Don't forget, at the end of the month, there will no longer be platinum available. Again, it's not a big deal. You'll still have this one available, but if you want all the bells and whistles with all the extras, we went over that in the most recent update features list. Platinum will be for platinum members only. Last chance to be a non-platinum member to get the platinum dream panel option there with all the filters, with literally automatic MACV direction filter, automatic no fiddle zone filter where it won't take trades inside the fiddle zone area. You can have super AO and Enigma full auto. Remember, like a lot of people think, oh well, I can deal with it, it's just the Enigma. If you want to automatically enter in on super AOs, that is a super AO option in the dream panel. Last time to get the dream panel there this month in April, when we put out the next release at the beginning of the month here in a few days on 5.9, we'll not even have that in the installer. There will be a separate installer for those of you guys who have platinum. You'll install platinum separately going forward. Okay. Also, if you are on the fence of doing a 2-week free trial with us, I would probably grab that right now as well. 2-week free trials will also be going away. We are taking a lot of the load off of our tech support. We get a lot of people coming in here to kick in the tires. They won't even watch the install video, won't even watch video number 1. It's like, well, I'm just going to go here and play with it because it's free. And so we just get too much of that. So we've made a business decision. Also, we get people abusing the 2-week free trial by doing multiple emails, and they get an email under their wife's name and then their name. Then they put it on their laptop, they put it on their home machine, they put it on their work machine. And there's just all this, like lots and lots of 2-week free trial abuse. So a lot of that is going to have to change here recently. Sorry, we just got a little bit too big for our britches here. At our tech support, we're getting driven crazy by the, we do our best. We want you guys to have you know, the opportunity to use the system, but there's a lot of abuse there. So what we'll do is we will put a transaction. It's a small cost, but there will be a transactional cost there. So somebody will have to like commit to something. And again, we're not just trying to like grab that. It is simply that we also need to have a way to track whether that is the same person, right? And most people won't have multiple credit cards and all that kind of stuff. And we can see names. If somebody's going to do a tweak free trial, we'll kind of know. Okay. Did I miss any other questions? What's our time? We got to 95 likes here. Cool. I'm gonna go grab a coffee. I generally think that right here between 10:10 and 10:30, a little bit of a tricky time. You get this exchange of hands from the U.S. Open into the afternoon session. There, be very careful in this play area. Have not seen an Enigma show up here yet this morning. Have we? Did you guys see an Enigma? I don't think I saw a single Enigma here this morning. Very rare scenario there this morning. I know I was on 2. Normally I want to be on 1 here, so that might have been it. Actually, you guys didn't set that there this morning. I forgot I'm on the default workspace. Boo. Should have had that on 1s because I'm on the 5s. Okay, so did not see an Enigma powerful enough for a multi-confluence. Oh, no, there's one. Just kidding. Nope, I saw one. It was in there. There he is. There was one in there. But I didn't see it at the time. I think there was a lot going on there. Okay, so relatively easy there for the first few plays there this morning. Cadence, I always tell people, like, listen, as I say, sometimes not as I do here. If I'm out in the live stream, I got that pressure to stay in, to, you know, continue to come out here and entertain and educate here. But if we had just, you know, stopped there at the beginning there this morning, you know, was it really worth the extra $1,000 that I got there to take the risk here as that came through? Probably not, right? I should have been done there with the winner chicken dinner plus a bonus there. Getting this little spot right here coming back, it was okay. We survived through it, but it's not one that we survived but did not thrive, you know what I'm saying, through that play. Could have avoided that by simply adhering to our winner chicken dinner, take a bonus, be satisfied with that. Bulls make money, bears make money, pigs get slaughtered. Be careful of the greedy hand, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow morning for sure in our live stream. If I don't see it there this afternoon in our recaps, or if I have time for a recap scenario there, as we've got a lot coming in here this week. We finished out that release, so now it's kind of come back, and we got some housekeeping stuff to clean up there, and I'll be working with our team to do some of that here this afternoon. So thanks for hanging out here with me there this morning. Been fun. Hopefully I got all your questions answered. I didn't see any specific questions here outside of that, so maybe I did a good job answering them, or maybe I did not. I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks again. We'll see ya.